Meditation, intimate experiences with the divine through contemplative practices. A common sentient series by Sacred Stories Publishing. The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. Rumi. A time to choose. We find ourselves right now in the age of great transformation, one of the most consequential moments in human history. These are indeed the times that the great prophets and seers throughout the millennia have spoken about. Mankind has experienced and survived many eras of tremendous change, of course, yet with each turn of the spiral, the permutations become more amplified, as if there will be one final revolution of the cycle that turns it all around, so we can start anew once more. Hi everyone, welcome to The Next Normal. I'm your host, Sister Jenna. We're being broadcast from the Meditation Museum, sponsored by the Brahma Kumaris. The Brahma Kumaris is all about refreshing yourselves and knowing your spirit. You know, we really have to take care of our inner world more. We're not doing that very much. We really aren't. And because we're not really taking care of our mind, which is our greatest asset, then we're not able to work well with other people. Have you noticed that when you have a big assignment with a group of people, there's always one person in the group that just gets on everyone's nerves? If they don't get on your nerve, they're just way out there with the project, or they haven't been able to understand the working dynamics between a group of people will not only succeed the project, but will elevate the project to such an extent that you could actually get a pay raise. Or something great will happen down the road where everyone is benefited. But when there is one, or maybe when there are two or three people in that setting who are caught up with their emotions and their egos, you will watch how it just disturbs everyone in the group. You know, I've had the fortune of working with varieties of people around the world, consistently. And what has happened with the working of a variety of people is that you get tested. How do you get tested? I get tested if I believe that I am really a peaceful being. I really get tested if I really trust that love is my religion, that happiness is my religion. And on occasions, I forget it. I forget to be loving. I forget to be peaceful. I forget to be happy. I forget God. And as a result, I show another side of me. That side that's called the algae side. The acronym I use quite frequently that connects us to our body consciousness. Anger, lust, greed, attachment, and ego influence my motives. It influences my thinking. It influences my feelings. It influences the way I relate in my relationships. Have you ever not liked a team member, and as a result of your dislike of that team member, you speak to them very forcefully, like out of a bossiness, right? Like you talk to them as if you already have a distaste for their presence in front of you, and your behavior towards them proves, I can see you don't really like me much, but you have an assignment to do. Let's say your assignment is to reveal God. Can you imagine team members working together and they don't like each other and you have to reveal God? That ain't gonna look so good for the world. It's like if you have to reveal God, there has to be a deep kind of humility and trust and faith that together we're strong and divided, everybody loses. I've seen it over and over again. Dislike between people initiates and serves the ego, attachment and anger, and the project at hand, or the vision, or the mission, or the assignment suffers the consequence of it. And so people have to work harder, or it falls on the hands of other people who are committed to the assignment, but it becomes a little bit of a heavier burden because they are committed to the assignment. They don't want to see it fail. They step in, they make it happen, but not very happily. They would rather the whole team. And the irony to that is when the team gets praised or the team wins the award, even the ones who created the problem get a piece of that award. And so they don't really learn, because the ego will always be, gimme, gimme, I want this. Yes, I'm a part of the team just like everyone else, but they don't remember how much trouble they gave to the team. But because you're a collective, still everyone benefits. So this is what I love about the next normal. It challenges you to look deep inside of your heart and to bring out the best of who you can be. So let's take a look at today's power that we're focusing on, the power of cooperation. It is the ability to work well with others. It is seeing someone's highest qualities instead of looking at their weaknesses. You know, sometimes you're working with someone in a team and you're like, oh, forget it, don't call this one. It's to develop the power to accept, acknowledge, and appreciate the other person. Again, what is the quality of that person? I've spoken to people in teams and I've asked them, what do you see good in a particular team member? The person would say nothing. And that goes to show the amount of hate or dislike that person is carrying in their heart, not only for the other person, but how that hate and dislike is eating away at everything they've accumulated in life within themselves. Those are some of the scenes I really hate to see, because many people that I've met in my life, they're so beautiful, but that algae, there's an element of that algae that just eats away at them. Now look at the virtues to help you to build the power of cooperation. You have to be sweet. Sweetness in a team dynamic is very important. Practicality, how practical are you? Centeredness, are you in your own power? So remain enthusiastic. Lightness, easiness, it's always good to have a sense of humor. Resourcefulness, can you make lemonade if you're given lemons? Respect and harmony. I want you to just pause. And could you please look at this again, especially many of you who've worked in companies or businesses or in the military or just with your own family members. What do you need to allow the power to cooperate, to reveal God, to reveal your mission, to reveal your assignment, to reveal your startup company, to reveal your great idea? Sweetness, practicality, centeredness, enthusiasm, lightness, easiness. A sense of humor goes a long way. Resourcefulness, respect, and harmony. Sit inside of yourself with that. Let's take a few moments and go into a meditation on this particular power, because when you look at the condition and the state of the world, it feels hopeless. I mean, adults, grown people are talking ill things about each other. For what purpose? The feeding of algae. What does algae give you? A loss, division, your conscience bites, a breaking down of the moral fiber, and it doesn't establish a safe future for our children. And so I leave it up to you. Are you ready to humble yourself so that the world will be a better place? Maybe. Let's have a little meditation. and take a deep breath in.
The power to cooperate. I visualize a road, a long road. At the end of this road, there is a huge sun that radiates an orange color. I start walking, moving towards the sun that I see from the distance. I do it with great simplicity, and in my face there is a smile, a fresh and humble smile. The people I meet from both sides of the road decide to come with me, walk next to me, because I radiate confidence, love, peace, serenity, sweetness, happiness, even when tripping, even when falling. And then there's always someone who gives me a hand and says, "Let's continue." And if someone else trips, I look into the eyes and let that person know that it's possible to continue. It's always possible to continue. Yes, this is the road of my life, to which I invite others to walk with harmony, to join me to see the sun, that sun that is within each one of us, the sun that approaches us with faith and will towards our essence, that energy that connects itself with the divine energy and makes everything that seemed impossible become possible. First internally and then externally, in freedom, with respect, with love and truth, with generosity. This is the power to cooperate.
It's so important to hold these moments inside of yourself. You know, when we're by ourselves, everything that we have thought, said, and done emerges on the screen of the mind or in the feelings of the soul, in your conscience. And at that moment, you're given an opportunity to release it by being honest with your emotions and make a change, or to deny it, to suppress it and push it down and think that you're still right after you gave suffering to someone. The whole journey of spirituality is to alleviate the burden of our actions. Is to let things go, because we're all going to respond with algae. Every single day you will have a thought that is influenced by algae. It's not cooperating with your higher self. But every single day you also have a chance to cooperate with the best of you, with the highest sense of you. Let's take a look at what Chad is saying about what is the power to cooperate. In the context of our Raj Yoga teachings, it's one of the 8 spiritual powers, as you know. This power involves the ability to work harmoniously with others, contributing positively to collective efforts and fostering a spirit of unity and collaboration. So here's what it means. The power to cooperate, unity and harmony, it fosters a sense of unity and harmony within groups and communities. It helps individuals transcend personal differences and work more towards the common goals. When two people don't get along, nobody cares about the goal. When two people get along, the most important thing is fulfilling the goal. They support and assist. It provides support and assistance to others selflessly. It involves being available and ready to help, enhancing the effectiveness of group efforts. I love, there is a young man that I just love so much, Michael Krause. And I'd asked Michael for something about a week or two ago, and he says, "How can I be of service to you?" There was something about that that touched me. Wasn't that a beautiful way? It was so humbling. How can I be of service to you? Touched me a lot. So team spirit, it is crucial for building a strong team spirit. It helps individuals understand and respect each other's roles and contributions, leading to more efficient, cohesive teamwork. Mutual respect. It is to build on mutual respect and understanding. It involves valuing each person's unique abilities and perspectives, creating an environment where everyone feels valued and respected. That is something that's so big for me as a leader, working with a variety of personalities. I keep looking for the strengths in these souls and putting them in places where they can grow more. Collective progress. It leads to collective progress and success when people cooperate. The power to cooperate ensures that efforts are not fragmented, but are directed towards achieving shared objectives. Conflict resolution. It will aid in resolving conflicts and misunderstandings. It promotes open communication, empathy, and the willingness to find common ground. Positive influence. Those who have developed the power to cooperate can positively influence others. Their cooperative nature inspires and encourages others to adopt similar attitudes, leading to a more harmonious and productive environment. Enhance relationships. It strengthens relationships by building trust, huge quality, and understanding. It creates a supportive network where individuals can rely on each other. One of the most priceless gifts with the power of cooperation. Thank you so much, Santosh Bhai. So did you all like that one? The power to cooperate, how important it is and how it helps us to manifest the life that we really want to live. We're not an island on our own. And so we all have to keep working together to find the best in ourselves. Actually, it's in your working together with people that are different than you that you can pull the best from within you. Let's take a look at our Sister Gita effect time and hear what nuggets of wisdom our beautiful mother, our beautiful instrument for God who transitioned, will be sharing with us today.
Okay, so this popped up because of my own experiences. It says, why do we suffer and why is there pain? Okay, so why do we suffer? Why is there pain? It seems there's no point. There's nothing to gain. First, I must say, to be very clear, pain and suffering are different, my dear. Pain is of the body, which is made of matter. It's what you feel when you fall off a ladder or down some stairs. Suffering, however, happens in the mind. When your thoughts are unhappy or simply unkind, pain is inevitable, from which there is no escape. But suffering is optional.
when I hear her voice and I look at that video, she's nowhere gone. Oh, I have to do a whole series of conversations on saying goodbye to your loved ones, but actually never saying goodbye, and pulling the best of who they have been in your life so that their continued journey just makes the world a better place, you know. I feel that with her spirit, don't you? When you listen to her words of wisdom. She served so humbly. She was so great. And the greater she was, the more humble she was. And you could miss it because we're always into this algae consciousness. We want to see big, powerful gurus or people walk in a room and tell you, I've got wisdom. She glided in the room. She danced in the room. She just danced in the room. And her fragrance made you better. So we launched the Sister Gita effect on the Daddy Prakashmani Day on June 10th of this year, and it's been a great gift. It's almost as if I feel Daddy Prakashmani is handed over now the next stage for our service here in the nation's capital to Sister Gita. All right, so Avyak signals are thoughts from above, from our divine that touch the depths of our hearts. We're focusing on the Karma Yoga stage, performing actions whilst in deep loving connection to God. So here it is. Just as the instruments of science are able to create an atmosphere of heat or cold, in the same way, you Master Almighty Authority souls, with your silence power, that is, with your power of God's remembrance, and with the stage of your deep love for God the Father, you can spread whatever vibrations or atmosphere you want from that love. For this, you must practice stabilizing in your original religion and creating an atmosphere of happiness, peace, and power. Let any soul who comes into that atmosphere experience that they too can attain a lot of happiness, peace, and power here. So just imagine when you're in a gathering of friends and you have been creating this thought process of happiness and love and peace, that when they walk into it, they just feel it. So you can do that at your jobs. You can do that when you're out in the department stores. You can do that in your families. You can do it when you're working in the garden. You can even do it when you're driving in your cars. It's so lovely, no? All right, so let's say hi to our friends online, and I hope everyone's doing really awesome today. Let me hear how you all are doing. Please comment on our YouTube today. I don't have to rush off today. You see, I'm cooperating with time. Everybody here, the crew is doing well. Everyone is not feeling rushed today. So Beth, Om Shanti, good morning. Dale Evans, good to have you back. I remembered you from, I think, Spiritual Vaccine, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, and thank you for the card, Dale. The card is up at the Meditation Museum. It was very thoughtful of you to have written a card expressing your love for Sister Gita. That touched my heart for you to have made the effort to write it, to put a stamp, to get the card and to mail it. It shows a lot of your intentionality. May all good things come to you, Dale. Thank you so much. Angelica, Om Shanti, Sister Gita's legacy is every life she touched. She's a legend. I'm going to definitely go with you on that one, Angelica. Kambili, thank you very much. With God's help, I can embody the power to cooperate. I can appreciate its benefit. Beautiful. Gigi, nice to have you on. Jasveen, Om Shanti, nice to have you. How to get energy from brain painting in the mind. Didi, how to get, okay. If the brain is hurting you, you're thinking too much on something. or you're fighting with yourself deep within, you need to take a breath. I would recommend get very active, do exercise, do hatha yoga, write a letter to God. These are 3 steps that can help you to reduce the pain. Okay? Good wishes on that, my dear one. Dinesh, Om Shanti. Yes, it's powerful and peaceful. Yukti, good morning. Rosa, Barbara Adams, beautiful, thank you. Meena, Mahaveer, Wendy Cummins, Tulas Kumari, Om Shanti. Kailash, Shobha Ben, my angel, Lee Woon, Rashmi Rambad, good morning. Anita Dakal, Lolita, Ramila Patel, Om Shanti. Jokes Guru. Now that's a good one. It's almost as good as Divya Baba. Jokes Guru. Anyway, everyone, Denise was Sister Gita's buddy. I have to tell you a story. And I'm not sure if my friend is on, Ambassador Erica Bennett from Ghana. Big shout out to you too, my beloved. She's in Washington meeting with delegates about pushing the Africa diaspora. She wants to invite people back to Ghana to invest in the country as well. So for those of you who might be interested, just go to the Africa diaspora and look up for Ambassador Erica Bennett. So Denise Anderson had come to the meditation center way back, 20 years ago at least. And Sister Gita was her teacher. And when she met Sister Gita, she just says, I don't want her to be my teacher. Denise, I'm not getting you into trouble. And she said to me, she act like she's arrived. And I just looked at her and I said, I have to tell you, then she has to be your teacher. Because you can't think of anyone like that, and she's one of our best. Would you believe the both of them became buddies? Denise didn't even talk to me anymore. She and Sister Gita just became best of friends. I'd be like, all right, Denise, see ya. And then she and Sister Gita are off in little girl happy land. Anyway, lots of love. I'm Joanna. Thank you for coming on. Observation: if I'm not in cooperative relationships with another or group, I'm isolated and I will be unable to move to my full potential. I need others to progress. So true, so true. Beautiful. Beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful life. Let's cooperate more with each other and create heaven right here. If you want to break your attachment, which is polluting your consciousness and your stories, practice loving everybody the same. Nobody has any power over you that you would stop loving them. Use your ego in a good way. No matter what anyone says or does, don't stop your love. Take care of yourselves. See you real soon.